Good morning from Penang Airport in Malaysia. Today we are flying from Penang to Hong Kong, and then we will be continuing on to Los Angeles. Our flight is starting at 7:55 here local time, and we will arrive in Los Angeles at 2 p.m. on the same day. This is the 22nd of March 2020.
Aloha! Welcome to Kensho Quest. We're a world schooling family currently in Penang, Malaysia.
Please subscribe for packing tips and travel inspiration.
And give us some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe.
It's about 6:20 in the morning. You can see around here, but there's no one in here. I'll show you the other side. There's our gate. Nobody's in here. And right over here we have the currency exchange. This was supposed to open at 6. Originally we were planning on staying in Malaysia, so we took out a lot of cash the other day. And now we got to change it. They're probably not going to open today at all because this is a ghost operation here at Penang Airport. When we checked in, we walked straight up to the front. There were 2 other people there. They had about 6 gates open, but like I said, nobody there, so we were helped right away. And then we went in through, what was it next? Immigration. We went through immigration. We walked straight up to the front. Again, nobody there. And then when we went through security, again, not a single person there. Went right through, fastest ever.
I just want to say that this feels totally different than normal. I'm the type of person that I usually don't have any anxiety for flying, but just on the taxi ride here, I just feel so uneasy, and I was just really mostly worried about our flight being canceled. So I guess now is the time of relief. We were able to check in our bags, checked in the car seat. It looks like our flight's gonna go. It just looks like it's gonna be pretty empty since we're the only ones at our gate.
Very empty.
We had our kids wash our hands right before they ate these crackers. With kids, it is so hard to keep them from touching stuff. I've got my alcohol wipes ready to wipe down like the trays in the airplane once we get on there.
I want to wipe down my phone and my wallet.
I just need to relax because I'm not afraid of flying. It's just, it feels different today.
The taxi ride here, even though it was already, it's morning time, the driver said the road is, very unusually empty. Again, we do have a MCO, which is a movement control order in place. And he said most people, well, not most, but a lot of people aren't obeying it. So today they are going to bring in the army to help enforce it. So it probably is a good time to be leaving. How are you doing, Kaisho?
The kids didn't want to wake up this morning. Well, Haru was okay. The light woke her up, but Kaisho, he just wanted to go to sleep.
Kaisho, I had to help him get dressed. He just didn't want to get out of bed. I don't blame him.
And the adults got about 2 hours of sleep last night.
I got less than that.
We had to finish packing. We had to finish arrangements. There's a lot of things to consider here with last minute move.
What was that, Kaisho?
One long and one super long.
Yes, we have 2 flights. Well, they're both long. The first one's almost 5 hours, and the second one is 11 plus.
11 plus 1.
The plus means we don't know how long that second flight is. What was that?
The hotel, we're just going to play it by ear if we end up stopping somewhere.
I totally forgot to book us a hotel for today. We need to try to find that. Well, it's more like tomorrow for them. I'm going to do that now, see what I can find. I'm hoping that we will be able to make it up. You can see this is the path we're taking up here to this red dot, which is Los Banos, or Los Baños. If we can make it that far, that would be awesome because we're heading way up here. We're flying on an Airbus A330. It's a pretty big plane, and I'm going to show you that there's not many people on it, which is good. We've been able to space each other out.
Good morning from the flight.
We were just given a couple of forms, health declaration forms, even though we're just transiting. They told us to fill these out just in case. This one's says compulsory quarantine order. Again, they said just fill this out just in case, even though we're just transiting.
We made it to Hong Kong. We survived our first flight. It was uneventful and easy. George and Haru-chan napped a little bit. Kaisha watched a movie and played games, and I attempted to watch part of a movie. And now we're getting a little bit something to eat. We have, I think it's almost a 5-hour layover here. So, we're gonna be here a while. The main challenge so far was with currency exchange. We tried to exchange some ringgit here, and instead of getting $200, got about 150 US dollars. So that's a huge chunk of change to lose in exchange rate. This is what happens when you put kids in lockdown and don't let them leave the house for a few days, and then take them on an airplane ride and make them wait for another airplane ride. Telling them to settle down or sit still doesn't really work at this point. Okay, Kaisha, we need to stay away from people. If you see somebody is there, you come back this way. Okay? They're gonna run free. At least we found a bit of space here with not many people around. We're trying to make sure they at least keep their distance from other people. But there's no sense in trying to get them to stay still.
Check this out right here.
That's showing how busy it is. It's less busy than usual.
We're at Cheklapkok International Airport and it is empty here. Pretty awesome.
I am so tired. We've only done the first leg of this trip, our first flight, but going on 2 hours sleep, I'm ready to sleep. I'm hoping we can sleep on our second flight, which is really long, so we should have time to sleep.
Time to sleep, yeah. And you know,
sleep.
I feel pretty good at this airport. The people are cleaning it constantly. Like we ate upstairs and these ladies came by at least 10 times cleaning stuff up, and people are keeping their distance, so that's good.
Yeah, even deboarding from the plane, I have never seen that before. People just sat there. They didn't rush to get up out of their seats. And they just waited and waited, and it's like finally somebody had to initiate, okay, we'll start getting off the plane. Yeah. And then people really kept their distance getting off. I'm like, I've never seen deboarding a plane like that. We're here in LAX. We arrived.
It's about 2:15 in the afternoon local time. I think that is...
I think it feels like 6 a.m. to us.
Yeah, around 6 a.m., something like that.
Look at the ceiling.
What's that?
Look at the ceiling.
And Kaisho says, look at the ceiling. Woo! Art. It's called art. Art, Kaisho.
It's called art.
We need to try to find where we can complete our global entry interview.
Hopefully they're going to allow us to do that. We're at our carousel, but there's no luggage here. I think we're the last ones because we went to global entry. It took a really long time because they couldn't get our fingerprints to work. Let's find our luggage, Kaisho. It's got to be here somewhere. I hope our luggage came. This has only happened to us once before, many years ago. Today would not be a good day to not have luggage. We got a long drive. What just happened, Kaisho?
We lost our luggage.
Did we lose our luggage? I don't think we lost our luggage.
We found it, but oh my gosh, welcome back to the United States, and they can't even get your bags to you.
Ta-da! We got held up at global entry and they took our luggage away, so we've been going up and down all the stairs. No one knows where our luggage is. Cathay Pacific had taken our luggage because we got stuck in global entry because their fingerprint machine wasn't working. Luckily, some lady was able to help us from another airline to get them to open the door. Otherwise, they said we were going to be stuck here for 3 hours when they opened their gates at 7:30 or something like that.
Can we get going by now?
Let's get out of here. Olivia's waiting for us downstairs doing a loop. Alright guys, Bye, you guys. Thank you, guys. See you guys soon. Thank you. It's Joe's vehicle. And we have groceries, water, rice. Yes, rice. Oh my goodness. We have food, toilet paper. Man, it's nice to have family that cares about you. Looks like we're getting it all in, making it all fit. Otter's getting in there. Hi, Jobu. All right, one of the things I have to remember is back in the United States, we drive on
The right side.
Is that what right? Is that what side we drive on? The right?
The right side. We're on the right side.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Oh my goodness. So, Joe, thanks for loaning us your car. We drive on the right side of the road in the United States.
I guess a lot of confidence. Okay.
Here we go.
It's raining and there are way more cars on the road than we expected. This looks nothing like locked down Malaysia. This looks like lighter traffic than usual, but people are still going out and about.
My cousin gave me this.
So nice. They greeted us with gifts. And what did you get, Haru? A turtle. So nice. Loaned us a car, filled it with food, and gave you guys gifts. Whoa. We made it here and switched to the van. It's cold and rainy and the kids aren't used to this. We're even borrowing a blanket and some sweatpants, and now we just have a short ride to get to a hotel. We're just gonna stay here close since it's raining and we didn't want to do the drive up in the rain. We'll be back on the road tomorrow. We made it to our hotel. We're gonna spend one night here. Thank you so much to George's sister who booked this for us. She knew it was a rainy evening and it just wouldn't be very safe for us to be driving really far when we're all tired from the flight, so she got us a room, so thank you so much. And it's really great to have family here to help us in this transition. We'll be getting a good night's sleep after we take a bath, get everybody cleaned up, and then tomorrow we'll be on the road north.
We're getting an early start. Well, not so early, but we need to get started, because if we don't, well, we're gonna get there late. We're going to go get the car ready, the van. We need to rearrange everything that's in there. It's going to be a 10 to 12 hour drive because we're going to have to stop multiple times for the kids. And we should mention that it's cold, right, Kaisho?
Yeah. I'm fine, other than I'm not wearing good pants, and also I don't have my socks on.
Same with me. Kaisho and I, both of us, only own one pair of long pants total in our entire wardrobe. Everything else we have is shorts, and we weren't expecting it to be this cold. It's probably not cold to most people, but right now it's about 13 degrees Celsius, so that's pretty cold for us. We're not used to this. We're used to it being 28 degrees in the morning, and right now, so it's about half of that of what we're used to. So driving a car again is a new experience for us. I haven't driven since we were in Japan last summer. All right, we got to clean this stuff up. We're gonna have to rearrange it so we have enough room for everybody to fit in there. Right, Kaisho? What are you gonna do, buddy? How are you gonna help me clean this out? Samui?
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in there. Let's let Mama know.
Are you gonna wake up Haru?
Maybe.
You ready to be in the car for a long...
Wake up, Haru. I'm gonna be like,
I don't know if that's a good way to start the day, buddy. All right, ikimashou.
So nice of auntie and cousins. Left her some crayons to draw with and some paper. Keep her occupied. Haru's tired and cold. The kids woke up at 5 a.m. or was that 4 a.m.? Kids woke up at 4 a.m. Were awake for a while. Then she went back to sleep and we had to wake her up to get her ready to go. Say that again? You're not tired?
I think he's gonna crash.
I mostly see big rig trucks delivering supplies from place to place. There's snow. It really is cold here. It's actually 44 Fahrenheit the car's reading right now. When we headed out it was 50 degrees. So for us Californians turned island people who like summer all year round, this is cold. Kids are enjoying some snacks. Thank you so much to their aunties for getting us stocked up on snacks so we're ready for a long drive. I know a lot of people are curious what it's like to travel right now with the COVID-19 pandemic and with a lot of places going on lockdown. So we just want to share a little bit about how our experience was yesterday, our political evacuation back to the United States. For me, it was a bit of reverse culture shock. I could really feel a change in attitude each country that we passed through. So in the morning when we left from Malaysia, it was really early in the morning. George prearranged for a taxi to pick us up at 5 a.m. because we were afraid there might not be much availability of Grab drivers given the situation. When we got to Penang Airport, everybody was doing a really good job of giving each other space, waiting in the lines, just staying back and waiting their turn. Even some of the seats in the airport were marked off, every other one, so that people would social distance. You could only sit in every other seat. We were fortunate that our first plane from Penang to Hong Kong was really empty, and so we had a lot of space. We had booked 3 seats, and then we had a 4th extra seat available in our row as well. Then when we arrived in Hong Kong, it was already a bit of a shock to me just to see the stores open in the airport. It was like, whoa, things are open here. There's stores, there's restaurants. Because when we left Malaysia, we couldn't even use the currency exchange. And then the policy in Hong Kong is for people who are returning to wear a face mask for 14 days upon their return until they make sure they're not showing any of the symptoms. We were some of the very few people there who didn't have face masks on. When we went to eat during our 5-hour layover, people again were really spacing themselves out. There was no 2 tables occupied next to each other. Everybody was sitting as far apart as they could, and most people had sterilizing wipes that they were wiping down the tables with before they ate. There were some people in the full-on ponchos and visors, and what I've been thinking about that is instead of making fun of them, I've been keeping in mind that perhaps those individuals are immune compromised, or they have a family member at home who is, and they're just taking extra precautions. So I totally understand in a situation like this that either if you're really at risk or one of your family members in your household is at risk, then it might be a good idea to have some outer disposable layer that when you arrive you could just throw away that plastic poncho or plastic rain jacket. It was just such a stark contrast when we arrived in the USA. When we deboarded the plane, our forms that we had filled out regarding symptoms weren't collected at all, and our temperatures were not taken. So although people were told they would be routed through certain airports when returning through the USA in order to conduct health checks, there was really 0 health check entering the USA. The people who worked at the airport weren't wearing face masks or any other protective gear. Also, while we were having our interview, I overheard some of the immigration officers just joking around about the pandemic. You can really see the difference in people's attitudes depending on how their government's treating it. If the government's taking it seriously, the people are taking it more seriously. And in a country where it's just being seen as a joke, something not real, something not to really care about, then people are just kind of brushing it off. People were not being respectful of keeping personal space. So it felt as we went from each country going less and less strict in their approach to the COVID-19 pandemic, people's attitudes also got more and more lax. So the kids had me open these juice pouches and then neither of them wanted to drink it. So I had to drink both of them and now I really have to pee. But the rest stop signs had closed, so we drove right by. We saw there were some cars in there. Maybe we'll check the next one, but I'm sure hoping they didn't close rest stops right now. It was totally blocked off. We couldn't even pull in there. That's a real bummer if they closed all the rest stops, because I think a fast food restaurant's a worse option.
We found a gas station. It has a clean bathroom and Baja Fresh, so we can get some takeaway breakfast.
It's cold and it's also hot.
It's like 12 degrees right now Celsius. It's cold. Taking a break at the rest area. This one was finally open. Pee break. We have about 200 more miles to go. I think we're about halfway. It's about noon right now.
but it's going to take us a little bit longer from this point because we're going to have to go through San Francisco pretty soon, and that'll be some pretty heavy traffic.
One's asleep. I was sleeping too. Hopefully this little one will take a nap now. And hopefully George will stay awake just fine.
Another rest area. Another bathroom break for the kiddos. We're about 3 hours away maybe now. And we'll probably stop at least 2 more times before we get up to the Santa Rosa area and head up to the hills.
So we tried multiple times to order Costco delivery online, and everything just didn't work out because there wasn't a soon enough delivery time that we could get it to any of the locations where we could pick it up, and we can't deliver it way out to where we'll be staying. So we decided what we'll have to do is this one trip, stock up everything we can find at Costco, and it needs to be enough food to last us for the 2 to 3 weeks that we're going to be out there. So we're trying to grab everything, keep our space as much as possible, although it's kind of hard to do. We were in Costco for about 45 minutes, so now it's 4:45, and we spent almost $500. It should definitely be enough food for the 2 weeks, except for just meat is the one thing that we still might need to get some more of. And maybe some more rice. I don't know. I would think with everything we got, it should be enough. Your string cheese all gone? You ate it already? Kaisha's eating a snack. And the thing that I totally forgot while we were shopping for all this stuff is we are going to have to carry it uphill up the 1/4 mile driveway. So this is going to take a lot of loads to get all this stuff up to the cabin.
Challenge 1, find the keys.
We stopped at the pickup point and we got the keys. Ready to move on to challenge 2. Get all of our belongings up a steep 1/4 mile driveway.
Let's go, it's freezing.
Yeah! Challenge number 2, getting up the hill with a cruiser.
Yes, we have a plan. We've retrieved our Veer Cruiser stroller wagon. Thanks so much to Joe for picking it up in Thailand where we forgot it. We brought it with us at the beginning of our trip and we left one of our apartments and we left it behind on accident. But now we have it back and it just might save us in this situation. We have approximately 1/4 mile uphill rocky dirt driveway that we need to get our stuff up. So let's see if we can do this. That's perfect.
I think those are Jasmine's.
Thank you, Jazzy. George picked up sweats at Costco.
I did. Look at these. So I had to get some sweats. It's freezing.
Here we go adventuring.
Good workout.
How many loads do we have? We have 3 rolling suitcases, and I don't think the wheels are gonna help us very much when it's on this rocky road here.
I need a break.
What was that? You're feeling spry and strong?
I think I'm gonna try pushing it. All right.
Oh no! Go, go, go! Go, go, go. Okay, we don't want to be right behind Daddy because that cart could roll back. You're getting your workout. Oh my goodness. We have too much stuff. Even our food is gonna be like 3 loads. And then we've got suitcases. You want me to take a turn?
It's just stuck. I'm getting something.
Just some poison oak. Oops, Hado and I almost stepped on this banana slug. Good thing I saw it before we squished it. Today, I'm thankful for a beer cruiser stroller wagon.
Now I'm ready to go back to the city with their sidewalks.
When we said self-quarantine and isolation, we meant isolation. We won't be seeing anybody else for these 2 weeks. Just the 4 of us. Maybe some animals. 10 minutes later. Here we are. We've made it. Yes, it is. Well, we've made it. Has George made it yet?
Third challenge. Turn on water, electricity, and propane.
I think I hear George back there. He's made it. He made it. Oh no, no. Kids, move out of the way. He's coming through. Let's test a light to see if I was successful turning on the inverter. Yay, there's light. It worked. We have electricity. Let's see if I turned on the water valve properly. Yay, there's water. Pretty cool. And I was able to plug in the freezer. I think I hear something over here. Is it a bear? Is it a mountain lion? Is it George coming up with another load? I don't know. They were totally like, did you drive the van up? And I'm like, no, didn't want to chance it. Now I'm like, maybe we should have just driven the van up. Do you think it would make it? Yeah, I don't. We've had some not so good experiences, so it just kind of worries me.
It's just a rental. I'll try it.
We will be living off-grid during our self-quarantine time here. We'll be using a limited supply of electricity from Solar Electric. We'll be having fresh spring water. I've got some chores to do now. Got to find the bedding, get the beds ready before it gets dark. Because once it gets dark here, it's totally dark. No city lights here. You look exhausted.
I am. Like I said, I almost fell asleep taking a break halfway.
Oh no.
So tired.
We could just wear our same clothes, then we don't have to bring up more stuff.
Well, the suitcases are just sitting outside right now.
Oh, okay.
So, which one has our clothes? I'll just grab some stuff out of it.
I found this roll with 1 sheet of toilet paper on it, and I almost just threw it away. And then I remembered, this here is precious stuff. We made it. It's been a long 2 days of travel, and everyone's exhausted. We're ready to go to bed. Next up, we'll be sharing our adventures while we're here in self-quarantine.
And it's cold.
Go! Give us some thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe!
It's cold. Did I mention it was cold? It's cold.
See you in the next one.
You already said cold
Yeah. It's cold.
3 times now at least.
Let's go back to the warm weather.
Ah, da, da.
This is going to be interesting.